Is this a bad sign for one of the biggest boy group members in the world? Shocking news has come from the South Korean entertainment world, where Kim Taehyung, better known as V from BTS, was reported to be evacuated by a medical helicopter during an extreme military training session in the winter. What exactly happened to the idol, and what is his condition now? The military training V participated in was no ordinary training. As part of a survival simulation under extreme conditions, participants were required to undergo intense activities, including hiking in a snowstorm and surviving in sub-zero temperatures. However, during this training, an unexpected incident occurred. V reportedly showed signs of extreme fatigue and hypothermia, prompting officials to evacuate him immediately for his safety. Despite fans immediately panicking and worrying, the military quickly clarified that this incident was part of the training simulation. V was intentionally evacuated as part of an emergency scenario designed to test the readiness of the military medical team. However, was this all just a simulation? Or is there something more serious behind it? The news spread like wildfire on social media. However, some question why an artist as big as V had to undergo such intense training, even if it was just a simulation. What really happened behind the scenes? Is V truly safe? Or is there a more serious health risk being hidden? How did BTS's agency, HYB Entertainment, respond to the incident? And most importantly, how did V react to this experience? The answers to all these questions remain a mystery, but one thing is certain. This news has shocked BTS fans and attracted global attention. We can only hope for good news about Kim Taehyung and that he can complete his military service safely and healthily. Not long after the news went viral, HYB Entertainment released an official statement. In the statement, they confirmed that the training was indeed part of V's military service obligation, and the medical evacuation simulation was a procedure that had been planned in advance. Kim Taehyung is in good health and did not suffer any serious injuries during the training. We ask fans not to worry too much and respect the privacy and decisions made by the military, stated HYB representatives in their message. However, instead of calming the concerns, the statement raised even more questions. Many fans questioned why the training had to be done with such an extreme scenario involving their idol. Was this really necessary? Or is this part of the military pressure on public figures? Amid a wave of fan support, there were also criticisms from various parties, including health experts who question the safety of military training in extreme winter conditions. Such training is important for physical and mental preparedness, but there should be clear limits to prevent serious health risks, said Dr. Lee Hyejin, a sports medicine specialist. Additionally, some netizens in South Korea pointed out how the media and fan attention on V could become additional pressure on the idol. As a public figure, he not only has to complete his military service, but also face high public expectations. This can be a huge burden, wrote one netizen on an online community. After the incident, V is expected to continue his training with his fellow soldiers. However, many fans hope that the military will pay special attention to his health condition and ensure no excessive risks are taken for now. Fans around the world are closely following any updates about V, while HYB and the military work to balance V's privacy with transparency to the public. Amid all the media coverage, there has been speculation that this evacuation incident might have been exaggerated by the media. Some suspect that the news was intentionally sensationalized to attract public attention, given BTS's massive popularity. A South Korean entertainment industry observer, Kim Min-jae, shared his opinion. It's undeniable that anything involving a BTS member will be big news. But in this case, we need to ask, was this scenario really just ordinary training? Or was there something intentionally packaged to create media attention? However, ARMY fans were quick to defend their idol, stating that the attention they gave was purely out of love and concern for V's health. We don't care about media sensationalism. We just want Taehyung to be okay, wrote one fan on Twitter. This incident has also sparked serious discussions about South Korea's mandatory military system, especially concerning celebrities with high public exposure. Many are questioning whether such extreme scenarios are really necessary for someone who not only brings fame to the nation but also contributes significantly to its economy and cultural diplomacy. Kim Taehyung is a global icon, and training like this could be an unnecessary risk. We need to consider revising the mandatory military policy, especially for public figures with significant international contributions, said Professor Choi Young-woo, a defense policy expert. Despite the controversy, one thing is undeniable: the power of love from fans worldwide. Messages of support continue to pour in from various countries, ranging from encouraging words to charitable donations made in V's name as a form of respect. Army in several countries have even held prayer sessions and social initiatives to support their idol. Some celebrities have also expressed their support. V's BTS colleagues, despite being involved in their own activities, showed signs of support on social media. Jimin, who is known to be close friends with V, wrote a message on Weverse. "I know he's strong. Taehyung, we're all here for you." With the controversy and emotions surrounding the incident, one big question remains: what comes next for V and BTS? Will this event bring positive changes, both in V's personal life and in the mandatory military system in South Korea? While waiting for answers, the world continues to watch every development about the superstar. And amid all the attention, one thing is certain: V remains an inspiration to millions, both on and off the stage. Will this incident strengthen his spirit or bring a major change in his career journey? Let's wait together. News about Kim Taehyung, or V, one of BTS's members, being evacuated by a medical helicopter during an extreme winter military training has shocked the world. However, the big question that arises is, did this incident really happen as reported, or was it just a fabricated story to draw media and public attention? This article delves deeper into the matter, inviting readers to reflect on the truth behind this shocking news. The South Korean military stated that V's evacuation was part of an emergency simulation designed to train the medical team's readiness. But is this really just a simulation? Or is there something bigger behind the story? Given V's international superstar status, it's no surprise that many feel skeptical. In a world full of marketing strategies and a desire to grab global attention, news like this is often viewed with suspicion. Some fans and critics believe that the news is true, but it has been exaggerated. In a modern world filled with clickbait and viral news, it's often hard to distinguish fact from sensation. However, it's important to remember that fake or exaggerated reports can have serious consequences, especially for individuals who are at the center of attention, like VAS readers. What are your thoughts on this incident? Do you believe that the medical evacuation really happened as reported, or is there a possibility that it's just part of a strategy to attract attention? If true, do you think it's justified to create such a story to build a public figure's image? If this is fabricated, do you think such actions can be justified in the context of the entertainment world? In today's digital age, we're often faced with news that's difficult to verify. Information spreads quickly, sometimes faster than efforts to check the facts. Incidents like this remind us that we need to be more critical of the information we consume, especially when it involves public figures with great influence, like V from BTS. Let this be a space for discussion. What do you think about this news? Is it a true reflection of the pressures celebrities face during mandatory military service? Or is it a planned move to maintain global attention on the star? Share your opinions, and let's discuss further about this phenomenon. However, as intelligent readers, let's continue to think critically and search for the truth behind every story we read. The world may be full of mysteries, but our job is to dig for the facts among the sea of speculation. So, what do you think? Is this fact or just a sensation?